Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my daily Wordle tutorial. It is 7:40 a.m. starting out early today. Wednesday, August 26, 2026, 2626 hump day. Happy hump day. And this is Wordle 1894. And in that year, the Tower Bridge opened in London. I lived there for 3 years. I've seen it in person. You've seen the pictures of that beautiful bridge. And the Stanley Cup, the first year, it was played in Montreal. And so that was, 132 years ago. Wow. The coolest trophy in sports, probably. And happy Cherry Popsicle Day. Cherry was one of the original 7 flavors. Now they have over 20. And if you haven't heard the story of how the popsicle was actually invented by this kid in 1905, Google that. I don't have time to tell it, but it's a great story. So today what I thought we'd do, there is a Wordle 3-word trick out there. I thought we'd do something different. Instead of using my ETAOIN SHRDLUC system, I thought I'd review this 3-word trick, and I can already tell you there's one reason I'm not going to like it, and I'll go over that at the end of the video. So what you do is you pick 3 words: stare, lemon, and pudgy. You enter those 3 words. So first stare, not to stare at somebody, but like one of a set of stares. So you go with stare first, which is not a bad starting one. You got the A is tan, so not that for position. Now you go lemon. So see right here, you're not going to get it in 2. You're not going to get it in 1 unless it's stare. You're not going to get it in 2 unless it's lemon. Oh, that's huge, though. You got the O and the N both tan in those positions. So now you got a good chance to get it in 3. If you just logic things out, you put the A here. So maybe apron. Well, no, the R is out, but you get the idea. But you're going to go with pudgy. So it's kind of a throwaway third guess when you can really probably get it on the second guess. See what I'm saying? So it's not, pudgy is kind of a foolish go, unless you're okay with getting it in 4 or more. So, but for the players now like myself that like to get it in 2 or 3 regularly, this is not good. But we're going to do it anyway, just because that's the 3-word system. Okay, now we've got it because we got the P. So, see now, if you notice here after the second guess, I always like to review vowels, and you see the E, I, are out, the A and the O are in. Now the U, sometimes Y are out. So now you know there's no more vowels probably. So now what's it going to be? Now apron's jumping out at me again. A, P, blank, blank. So the A can only be here or here. So A, P, A. So I don't think A can be here. So I think the A has to be here. So now if the A is here, the P has to be here. So you got blank A, P, O, N. And the word has to be, and I know this word because I've been around farms, a capon, which is a male chicken. So my late dad's from Maine, my late mom's from Connecticut. I've been around plenty of farms over the years. So a capon is it. See why it really has to be that, unless there's a word that rhymes with that I'm missing. But see why the A is probably here and the P is probably there. So, well, let's go ahead and see. Okay, so we got it in 4. I didn't even check to see if it had been used, but yesterday we used the word between caper and carrot. Yeah, so we've had a couple of reused words this week, but 9 out of 10 times you go for the new word. So anyway, so my review on this is, I'm going to give it a thumbs down because, well, I'm going to break that up. If you don't mind getting it in 4 or more, I'll give it a thumbs up because it's probably going to get you in 4 because it gets rid of all those common letters. But if you like to get it in 2 or 3, like the expert players, quote, expert like myself, they're used to getting it in 2 or 3 quite often, I'm going to give it the thumbs down because, you know, by that third guess, you could have had it. You easily should have had this guess, because really, what else could there have been? So pudgy was a waste. So thumbs up if you don't mind getting 4 more. Thumbs down if you want to get in 2 or 3. Well, that's it. I thought I'd try something a little bit different today. That's interesting though. I happened to just Google and they call it the Wordle 3-word system. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll go back to my ETAOIN SHRDLUC system, which I feel is superior. So I'm not trying to brag or anything, but that's it. See you tomorrow. Bye, Sickle.